Hi, I'm Andre and I'm a black nerd, and it's time for another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles episodes recap. Turtle Power. I said episodes because there's 3 of them. Yes, I do a lot of talk about Ninja Turtles on this channel, so if you're a fan of the Turtles, make sure you are subscribed and also ring that bell so you be notified of future videos that I make. Be part of that squad by the bell. A 3-part episode of Ninja Turtles aired for the last 3 weeks. I know people want me to talk about them, but it started right after Comic-Con, and I kind of had to decompress from all the Comic-Con-ness, including hosting the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles panel at San Diego Comic-Con. Thanks to all the Turtle fans that came out for that. But now that it's all done, it is time to talk about the Ninja Turtles meeting Miyamoto Usagi. USAGI YOJIMBO comics and Ninja Turtle comics, they have combined in the past. They had Usagi in various versions of Ninja Turtles, the 80s series, the 2000 series, and now in the current series, Tales of TMNT, we got a 3-part Turtles Meet Usagi episode, which felt like a freaking movie. I loved it. I wish that they would have shown this episode or these episodes together. Like, I think it would have been cool if they had a special Nickelodeon event where they showed all 3 of them as a movie event and then re-aired them as episodes, because I think the best way to watch these 3 episodes is back to back to back, because this feels like a legit movie. It has a combination of a Ninja Turtles movie, an Usagi epic saga. It has the style of like an old Japanese film all the way down to the Japanese title screen and then the subtitles underneath it. All the action sequences in this are awesome. All the storytelling is great. The animation is extremely beautiful. It's this nice blend of CG animation. You get some watercolor paintbrush animation or paintbrush backgrounds, flashbacks done in the style of the USAGI YOJIMBO comics, the Stan Sakai style comics, which Stan Sakai, the creator of USAGI YOJIMBO comics, worked with the people who work on Ninja Turtles to make this episode, so it's authentic. It's just so good. It's so freaking good. I was really, really impressed. This took this show to a level of quality that I already thought had quality, but I mean, this took it to an extra level. If you have not watched the show, if you've been sleeping on this, if you are so like 2000s Turtles are the best Turtles, watch these 3 episodes, and I think you will be like, you know what? All right. You cool. The plot is pretty simple. There is this little pug named Kintaro. He's supposedly the golden child, the chosen one, but he had not come into his powers just yet. But he needs to be protected because there's this evil force out there named Jay. He's this wolf-like creature, and he's apparently immortal. He's evil, and he's able to transfer his evil soul from one body to another. When that body is done, he moves on to another body, which that's the reason why he's able to stay immortal all this time. He's basically like an animal form of Chucky, the doll from Child's Play. He just puts himself into another body, and then you can probably guess that Kintaro is the next body that he wants to put himself into, just like Chucky wanted to put himself into Andy. Andy, it's Chucky, your friend to the end. So Usagi's friend Akemi, who is voiced by Brittany Ishibashi, who happened to play Karai in Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, nice connection there, she asked Usagi to take care of Kintaro, get him to a secret temple where he will be safe. Jay wants to stop him, of course, so he uses the evil powers to bring the Ninja Turtles from their world to the world of Usagi, where everyone's a talking animal, so they fit right in. I'm surprised it wasn't even a moment where they're like, you know what, why do we need to go back? And their world is kind of like ancient Japan, but just with a bunch of animals, so basically this is the Ninja Turtles 3 movie that you really wanted. Of course, Jay puts an evil power over the Turtles. They meet up with Usagi and they have a big fight, but eventually they get out of their mind control and work with Usagi to protect Kintaro, or Pugtaro, as Michelangelo keeps calling him, in order to get him to the Sacred Temple. They think they're out of mind control. They think they're out of Jay's power, but Jay is actually using them as a vessel to look through their eyes to see what's going on the entire time, so in case he needs to attack, he will attack. And attack is a big thing that happens in these 3 episodes. There are so many awesome sequences. One of my favorite sequences in all of these episodes is in the first one, where they're fighting on horseback. They hide themselves in samurai clothes because they're gonna sell turtle toys with those outfits on. Playmates! But eventually they're found out, and it leads to this amazing fight on horseback. Everyone is riding on horses as well as fighting each other, and it is so cool. And it ends with the Turtles and Usagi going over a cliff with their horses, and they do that whole thing at the end of every episode where they freeze frame it. And then in the next episode, the Turtles are fine and Usagi is fine, but I ain't seen them horses come back. They killed them horses. What is this, Ninja Turtles Breath of the Wild? They also go through this creepy forest where Usagi tells them to be careful because there are tricksters out there that will try to mess with their minds to try to capture them, and he called them yokai. I'm a white ghost with some blue lips. Yokai. And these tricksters happen to be Tanuki. I was waiting for Mario to be dressed up as one of them. But these Tanuki first try to stop them, first try to eat them, but then when Usagi and the turtles offer them food, they become friends, which is great because the Tanuki come out and help them later when they're attacked by this giant spider creature. It looks like Akemi, it looks like Usagi's friend, but then it turns out it's a trick, and she's like this big black widow spider, and it traps the turtles in the spider web, but then the Tanuki come out and they literally fly, and I was like, oh, freaking Mario! Oh, and don't think I didn't miss you, Ninja Turtles, talking to Usagi going, and what's up, Doc? Nice. There's also this fighting scene on a mountain where there's a bunch of snow and there's these ninja cats and they're dressed in all white, so they're able to hide themselves in the snow and jump in and out of the snow to fight the turtles and Usagi. I especially love the part where Michelangelo was like, hey, they're wearing white, maybe they're good ninja, and the ninjas beat them up. So that's a lesson we just learned right now. Just because someone is white doesn't mean they're always good. I'm sorry. Oh, Andre's a racist. Unsubscribe. Dear white ninjas. Moving on. And like I said, they're doing all this to protect this little kid, Kintaro. He's like this little pug dog that's they're taking care of because he's the golden child, the golden boy, the chosen one. He's stubborn. He's pompous. He's a snob. Talks back to the turtles. Talks back to Usagi. You know, you are my underlings. Pick me up, rabbit. Pick me up, turtle creatures. You're foul. So she's always just talking down to them. After a while, it gets a little tiring. Like, I got the point, but by the third episode, I was like, all right, kids, shut up. You're getting on my nerves now. But eventually, Leonardo kind of takes care of him. Usagi takes care of him. He starts to learn lessons. And then by the end of it, he sees that these are his friends. These are his protectors, particularly when Jay is all like, I'm going to put myself into you and take over your body. But Kintaro, of course, steps up to the challenge, takes care of Usagi, protects him, and is able to do some stuff like this where he's floating in the air and just is able to stop everybody in his path, which was pretty awesome. There's one part where Jay has him wrapped up in chains and he's literally using Kintaro as a weapon, so he's like flipping him around, and when he did that and then just threw Kintaro on the ground, whoa, that was the point where Usagi was like, no, and he pulled out that sword. He was like, ah, and he was so mad that the letters of him saying ah were right behind him, ah, and he gets in this big fight with Jay. Jay's soul comes out, like about to go into Kintaro, but then they're able to grab his soul and take his soul out of his body, so eventually he is immortal no more. Bye, Jay. I'm immortal. I'm Jay. Okay. The story of Jay. What is up with me today? It's some weird... My referential train is really weird today, but I'll take it. Big props to Usagi. I love the way they did Usagi in this episode. I know mostly about Usagi from Ninja Turtles, I'm just gonna be honest with you, but I feel like what I've read of USAGI YOJIMBO comics, this Usagi feels very close to that. There's also a one-shot comic that just came out from IDW that's Ninja Turtles and USAGI YOJIMBO comics combined. I would highly recommend that. I bought that. But I thought he did a really good job. The actor that voiced him, Yuki Masuzaki, who I had the pleasure of meeting at the Ninja Turtles panel that I moderated at Comic-Con this year, he's a great dude, and I think he did a wonderful job. I'm kind of sad that the show is ending because I would have loved to see Usagi come back, or I would have loved to see a spin-off series. Like if they did like a cool spin-off where maybe half of the show was Usagi Adventures and the other half was the Mighty Mutanimals, that could have been a good companion piece to Ninja Turtles, but I think it would have been nice to have seen a few more episodes so we could possibly see Usagi again, or maybe do the reverse where Usagi comes to the Ninja Turtles world and does that whole thing. It was just really good. I really enjoy these episodes, and these 3 episodes, again, like I said, it feels like a movie. I would watch all 3 like a movie. If you got cable, I think they're all on demand, so you can watch them back to back. But watching these episodes made me really wish that this version of Turtles got a chance to make their own movie. Theatrical movie, or even like one of those like fandom events, you know those things where they like have like the one night where they show riff tracks or some of that stuff, or they'll show like a special old movie. I would have loved if they would have done something like that, a Fathom events with these episodes, or just with some kind of animated Ninja Turtles movie, because the way that these guys do storytelling, you can tell in these episodes fit the style of Turtles and fit it in a theatrical sense, or fit it like it could be a movie, more so than some of the recent movies we've had with Ninja Turtles. And so it's a shame that they never got that opportunity, but I'm glad they're at least kind of doing it with these Tales of the TMNT episodes, and I highly recommend these 3 for anybody who likes Ninja Turtles, USAGI YOJIMBO, just old Japanese films, I would recommend this one. Check it out. Let me know what you thought about these episodes of Ninja Turtles and Usagi. Are there any other characters from the Turtles universe that never made it to the series that you wish did? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, ring that bell to be notified, and I'll see you on the other side. I love you like a play cousin. I'm outie 5000. Chain chomp yomp.